Good morning and blessings. I'm Pastor Vaughn, and here's the news for Sunday, March 31st.
The harvest is ready. We have to go, and we won't stop till the whole world knows.
This is the final Sunday of March Missions Madness. I really want to thank you for supporting Buddy Barrel each week this month as we worked toward our goal of $1,000 for the Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge in March. After 4 weeks, we have raised $723.46. Today is the last day of March Missions Madness, but I won't have the final total until later. Stay tuned to Harvest News to find out if we met our $1,000 goal. Harvest News is brought to you today by our vision statement. And now, a word about building the kingdom together.
I want to tell you about the kingdom. The kingdom of God will win. I want to tell you about the kingdom of God. Love is the language spoken in the kingdom of God. The last thing I want to tell you is that you, as a believer, you as the victorious one, you as a child of God have the same exact kingdom authority that Jesus had. It's time the church started taking these truths and putting them into action. We need to start acting upon the reality of the kingdom that we're a part of. Acting upon the reality that we are guaranteed victorious. Acting upon the reality that love is the most important thing. They'll know we're Christians by our love, and we also have to walk in the authority that we've been given.
No fooling. April begins tomorrow. Our church events correspondent has prepared this report on what's coming up in April. Take it away, Harvest Calendar Guy.
Where in the month is Harvest Calendar Guy?
Our spring 24-hour prayer encounter will begin at 8 p.m. Friday, April 5th. A sign-up sheet is available at the back of the sanctuary for you to reserve your favorite 2-hour block of prayer time. We will be praying for our Easter service, our church leadership locally, district-wide, and nationally, our children and grandchildren, our communities, and we will pray over our prayer requests. We will also begin and end each 2-hour session with a time of praise. A member of the Harvest Church pastoral staff or House of Prayer ministry will be on hand at all times during the 24-hour prayer encounter. There's no vacation for Buddy Barrel. He'll be back Sunday, April 7th, to collect your lost change to save lost souls around the world. Buddy Barrel is the face of the Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge, and we use this program to introduce our children to missions and help them develop a heart for people around the world who need to hear the gospel of Jesus. Harvest Church will also celebrate Communion April 7th. The Harvest Men's Breakfast will meet Saturday, April 13th at 8 a.m. at Roadside Grill in Windsor. If you've never been to a men's breakfast, here's what we're about. We're men, we like breakfast, and we love Jesus. It's important for men who follow Jesus to spend some social time together, to talk about cars or jobs or fishing, and then to discuss amongst ourselves how Christian men should approach current issues. And just a couple weeks ago, we got together to enjoy breakfast and to pray over one of our brothers. We're more than a breakfast club, we're a fellowship. Join us on April 13th and bring a friend. We'll make room at the table. Palm Sunday is April 14th, and that means Good Friday is April 19th. We're looking for cleaning warriors and prayer warriors for a couple of hours on Saturday, April 20th. We plan to spend an hour cleaning Harvest Church from 4 to 5 p.m., followed by an hour of prayer from 5 to 6 p.m. Saturday is to help us prepare physically and spiritually for Easter Sunday, April 21st. We will hold our annual Easter potluck breakfast starting at 8:30 a.m., and our only church service that day will start at 10 a.m. There will be no Sunday morning prayer on Easter. We are asking you to bring a breakfast casserole or pastries, which will be served in the coffee room. Harvest Church will provide the breakfast beverages. The sanctuary will be set up for eating from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m., at which time we need to put the tables away and set the chairs up for the 10 a.m. worship service. See the back of today's bulletin for a listing of events happening each week at Harvest Church. And that concludes our calendar tour for the month of April. The Harvest Calendar Guy says, join me next time. It's the date. I've been informed that some of you have birthdays next month. Just before Harvest News, you received your second Easter Sunday invitation card. Have you given your card from last week to someone yet? The most effective method to growing our church is personal invitation. Last week we had some fun playing the Mission Impossible theme, but really, it's not impossible. Each one of us can invite at least one person per week, and the Easter message is the best reason to invite someone to church. And that's all for this week's edition of Harvest News. From the Reaching, Teaching, Caring, and Sharing News Desk, this is Pastor Vaughn inviting you to join us on the journey. Pastor Jerry is next.
Jesus always used stories and illustrations like these when speaking to the crowds. In fact, he never spoke to them without using such parables. This fulfilled what God had spoken through the prophet. I will speak to you in parables. I will explain things hidden since the creation of the world.